This time, holiday season tests the airport to its limits.
Oh my God.
A natural disaster threatens to disrupt its famously smooth operations.
Bali Airport's not functioning, so I'm sort of stranded.
A brand new terminal is under construction.
This project is one of the iconic projects in Singapore at this moment.
And a passenger hits the jackpot in Terminal 1.
She walked away with $1 million!
This is Singapore, where the old world meets new metropolis. At its heart is this, Changi Airport, Singapore's jewel in the crown. With unprecedented access, we go inside Changi, voted world's best airport, to find out what makes it tick.
It's landing in right now.
For passengers, it's an oasis of peace and calm. But for the 40,000 staff who keep it that way,
Emergency.
it can be anything but.
If an aircraft were to land short of the runway, they will carry out firefighting and rescue out at sea.
They have to be here by 4 o'clock. They're gonna miss the flight.
I can't even see where's the arrival now.
Singapore's Changi Airport is one of Southeast Asia's busiest hubs. The lure of lands that lie close to the equator bring millions of extra visitors looking for adventure and hoping for the best holiday ever. But Mount Rinjani has erupted, and the airport for the super popular holiday destination Bali is closed. There have been no flights to the island for 24 hours, and Changi is bearing the brunt with stranded passengers.
Bali Airport's not functioning, so I'm sort of stranded, and I've got no money. I've been running around the airport all day to try and find a charger cable.
I haven't slept in 2 days. I haven't showered. I feel disgusting.
Brothers Kirsch and Mike have come to Asia for an excellent surfing adventure in Bali. They are a long way from home and will not be catching any waves for a while.
A volcano, like, you know, of all things to stop our Bali trip.
Yeah. I would have liked to have been on the plane though while it was happening, just in the middle of the ash clouds, just flying.
Epic visuals.
That would be nice.
Worried about that.
Now, they must hatch an escape plan.
Hopefully the flights in the morning now will just be, try and get some, hopefully. Hopefully the situation will improve.
I want to get some waves.
I know, that's what we came here for, like, so. If we can't make the dream now, Mike, what are we going to do? We're going to have to try and get to Sumatra, I think.
Yeah.
And just try and snag some waves over there in the meantime.
Yeah, or some bower.
No way, look at that. We're just stuck here, man.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, this airport has weather challenges of its own.
I think it's going to be a rough day today.
Peak season comes hand in hand with monsoon and the danger of lightning. On the tarmac, SATs are working and a storm is coming.
So later, just careful, drive slowly. Singapore is one of the serious places for lightning strikes. I have sometimes phobias about lightning because I've gone through a lightning strike, and if it's a bad weather or if there is a lightning warning, I'm always sometimes very cautious. Do not be under the aircraft, keep myself safe onto a place that I will not be struck by lightning.
With the Southeast Asian monsoons come frequent thunderstorms, and planes on the tarmac act as a conductor for electricity.
The tail is the highest point on the ground, so the lightning will go through the tail and then come down. I'm the end point that will go through me and then go down to the ground.
Edward won't be sheltering under a plane when this storm hits, and it's close. The pushback team must get as many planes as they can, as fast as they can in the air.
We hope to get the aircraft out as soon as possible before the weather changes to worse. Signal.
In their world, every second counts. When the lightning hits, these teams will have to get off the tarmac to safety. Rinjani is still releasing ash. Bali Airport is still closed, and Changi passengers aren't going anywhere. These newlyweds had planned to spend their honeymoon on a Balinese beach. But it's not to be.
The idea was to end our honeymoon in a very special way in Bali, relaxing in the beach. Now, what we find out is that a volcano does not allow us to go to Bali.
And we cannot go to Thailand or anywhere because we don't have visa.
So the only visa we have is Indonesia. And the only places they are asking
to go is Jakarta, Bandunga, and
Samarang.
The airline hasn't given them many options. They have come a long way, and they don't know the region.
Jakarta, no?
It's a nice city, Jakarta. Actually, never been.
But it has some places that are like...
shopping mall.
Yeah, malls.
Is Jakarta nice?
I've been to Jakarta.
You? I've been. Nice?
Very congested. Decision time for this couple. SATs are no longer on the tarmac. Control tower are handling air traffic in low visibility conditions. Many pilots won't land in this weather. Air traffic controllers will have to space the aircraft further apart to ensure safe operations.
During bad weather, you can really, you can hardly make up where is the aircraft. Like, I can't even see where's the arrival now.
If visibility diminishes further, many pilots will decide to either stay in the air or stay on the tarmac.
There's an aircraft that's supposed to land, but he has just aborted the landing and just pull up again. There's a lot of challenges now to make a safe landing, but aircraft are still willing to come in to try it out.
A
stranded student has missed her flight.
You come to me, I will check with those.
But she's having trouble getting cash to buy a new ticket. So Agent Mabuba is playing mum.
Has your card been activated for international use? No.
Because since it's MasterCard, so I just thought like...
No, you have to call your bank and tell them to activate it for your international use. I think we go to the info counter and sit there. Hi.
I want to see my mom because she did not make it for my graduation. So I just want to go and see her. She kind of scolded me like, how could you miss your flight, a grown-up?
Mabuba isn't scolding, but she does need to take care of this young passenger. The next step is to see if her card works online.
It's not going through. Most likely the flight is fully booked. It's not going through.
The one on 21?
Yeah. It's taking a lot of time, you see.
I can't say I can't fly today. I have so much hope I can fly today.
Will Bali passengers remain stranded in the airport?
I'll have to just wait around airports until they open up Bali, I guess.
Will this couple get to have a honeymoon?
What's $400
yeah.
to an airline?
And what will happen when Terminal 1's main attraction stops working?
I won't feel good if the system is down.
The hypnotic kinetic rain, first in the world outside Germany where it was made, has won the hearts of many. The raindrops dance non-stop for passengers in Terminal 1 every day. But today, it has come to a standstill. Over 1,200 drops are not sinking. They have to be serviced. And it's a big job for Suresh, the engineer in charge of this display.
I won't feel good if the system is down, so I used to it. So I don't want to disappoint any passengers.
Suresh has taken care of Changi's most iconic display for the last 4 years.
I am unable to start the system because Slave Zero is unable to restart.
Slave Zero is codename for one of the panels, the one that's out of sync with the rest. But the technology has to be remotely accessed by the makers in Germany, who are still asleep.
I will try my best to reset. If not, I will, because usually there is a 7 hours difference between Germany and Singapore, right? So the guy will be back to office around 1 p.m. Singapore time.
This means that Terminal 1's main attraction will not be working properly for the rest of the day. This stranded student has missed her flight to Johannesburg. She can't buy a new one as websites are jammed and her bank card is locked. She's stuck, so Agent Mabuba is using her personal mobile to phone this student's bank.
It's an international call. It's very expensive. Okay, I'm going to transfer you to the customer service for the bank. When you talk to them, tell them that you are stuck in Singapore, you're in process of buying tickets.
This little girl lost has played her cards right.
I need you to activate this card.
Hello? So I'm stuck in Singapore and I need to use my card to buy my ticket. So can you activate my card? Thank you so much.
So is it done?
Yes, finally I'm going home.
She gets to go home to see her mom on time.
Peak season brings more holidaymakers to Singapore Changi Airport. The more travelers, the more work for the staff.
Enjoy surfing. Singapore is entering the holiday period, so we can expect a high traffic of passengers.
Normally, Changi can handle the heaviest of traffic, but even it can't handle the forces of nature. Mount Rinjani has erupted in Indonesia, and thousands of passengers are stranded.
You have one?
Many can't afford a hotel.
No, it's gone. Sorry.
And so are staying in the airport until the ash clears.
I'll have to just wait around airports until they open up Bali, I guess. And luckily I've met a friendly fellow who said he'll even lend me the money to pay for my visa into Bali. There he is.
Always help a brother out in need, eh? That's it. He's a good bloke, this one, I know from his face. I strongly believe that if I was in this situation, I'd like someone to come to my rescue and aid, you know. It's out of your control, you know, that kind of thing.
And you get to meet good people along the way.
That's it, that's it. That's it.
These two good people from Argentina booked a honeymoon in Bali at a bad time. The airline has offered to fly them to other places they don't want to go. But they've now decided to stay in Singapore and want a cash refund for their indefinitely cancelled flight.
If we stay here, they are giving us a refund voucher for the flight, but the refund voucher is only good for AirAsia airline. That airline doesn't fly in South America, so the voucher is good to us as toilet paper, basically.
With a voucher they cannot use and extra costs to cover the unavoidable change in plans, this couple will have to economize.
What's $400 to an airline? To us, it means ending our honeymoon in a very good way. To them, It's nothing, it's just change. If only I could get the money back from the flight ticket, at least I could use that money to stay in Singapore, which is a city I like. I mean, I really think I was going to be somewhere else with a summer landscape, with a smile like this in my face. Now I have a little smile.
On the tarmac, one storm at least has cleared, and flights are back to normal.
It looks good now. Looks like the storm has dissipated.
The airport can now resume work on its brand new terminal, Terminal 4, for 16 million new passengers. This massive operation has an equally massive workforce who get up early.
1, 2, 3, 4. Open, close, open, close. 1, 2, 3, 4. Stretch the arms to their full length and make a full circle.
Building this terminal is hard work. It's the job of these men to construct an ambitious terminal with boulevards of live indoor trees, green walls, and giant lanterns. On this project, every marble floor, new roof, or last truss is celebrated and sanctified by visiting VIPs. But the datelines are tough, and the pressure is felt by every member of this enormous team. Terminal 4 cost $1 billion, and all eyes are on site managers like Robin.
Changi Airport Terminal 4 project, I think we are being looked at by all people from all over the world. Yeah, so if we fail to achieve the schedule and the opening date of the Terminal 4, many people will be looking down, but they will be disappointed that we have claimed that we can achieve, but we fail to deliver.
Project manager Leslie's challenge is to build a bridge across Airport Boulevard, the only road into Changi Airport, in a 2-hour time frame, so that delays to airport traffic are minimal.
This pier is going to support a beam that spans across the highway. This is going to be a closure whereby traffic will be diverted out of the airport. Yeah, it's simple.
Meanwhile, grounded Bali passengers are looking for some entertainment.
Sweet. If nothing else fails, beers.
Brothers Mike and Kirsch are going to Bali. At least that was the plan, for a surfing holiday of a lifetime. But Rinjani has put pay to that. They are weighing up the options.
Basically, the options are we either stay here the night and just kind of cut our losses and just hope that a flight comes up tomorrow.
No, there'll be regular flights to Jakarta all the time.
Or flight to Jakarta, Jakarta tomorrow. Tonight. And then just get a hostel for the night.
It's too much fanning about though.
What, a bit too much effort or?
Yeah, like for turning up late and doing everything late and dark and everything.
It's an hour's flight though. Should we have a look just to see then when the flights are? I feel like now, then it won't be so bad then, will it?
Their problem is that no one knows when Bali Airport will open. So they either stay in Changi and hope the dust clears by morning, or carry on travelling. Kirsch wants to stay in a hostel in Jakarta.
No chance.
Mike wants to camp out here at the airport.
Just bum around, have a bit of a drink.
In Terminal 1, Suresh from the mechanical engineering team has a problem with his main display. The airport's iconic kinetic rain. It has developed a fault, and he has been waiting for a remote reset from the makers in Germany.
See, please wait, okay? All system back. You can proceed servicing. Remember to load the show before you start next time.
It's all good. All that needs to happen now is to buff up each and every drop to a shine. Time to raise the display and start. or not. The reset of panel slave 0 has worked. But now, a single pesky drop is dangling. Will Mike and Kirsch get a flight to Bali?
Not being able to get in the safe is just horrible.
Will the Terminal 4 team build an airport bridge in 2 hours?
We are going to run into a couple of $100,000 of loss if everything were to fail.
And how will horticulture fill the holes in their giant noble fir tree?
Don't be so rough.
Mountain Rinjani in Indonesia is still spewing ash. And all flights to Bali from Changi are still cancelled. The airport is a free hotel for many passengers tonight. And wave chasers Mike and Kirsch are looking for somewhere to sleep.
Probably going to be in the same predicament. It's definitely first time to Asia.
Yeah, so it's a new experience pretty much. But
cool,
yeah,
cool vibe.
Can't wait to get to Bali now. That's the only reason why we're here, for the waves.
Yeah.
And yeah, not being able to get in the safe is just horrible.
Yeah. Yeah.
You can't.
They've decided to join the crowds of others, take their chances with the morning flights from this airport, and bed down for the night.
I can't believe we travelled halfway around the world to sleep in Singapore airport, like.
While passengers sleep, Christmas comes to Changi. The horticulture department have ordered a giant noble fir tree from the USA.
I'm just praying that it'll be a perfect tree.
1, 2, 3.
She needs it to be perfect because it's Changi Airport and it's Terminal 2's holiday season centerpiece. But it's not to be. The tree hasn't traveled well.
Don't be so rough.
Not only are the branches broken, there are giant holes. For Selvi, this is a horticultural mini crisis. She's not the only one dealing with problems tonight. Terminal 1's kinetic rain system is not working. A rogue drop has a fault. Suresh is working late to solve the problem.
There's some error. It can't align with the rest of the drops. So I've now tried to fix it. Why?
The drop is not responding to remote alignment.
It's not a human brain, it's an automation system. I think so. Machine is not so powerful than a human brain. Sometimes machine may misbehave.
Since all his machines are misbehaving, Suresh sends his men into Terminal 1's roof to try to manually align this drop.
Do you feel the pressure?
Yes, I won't show it in my face, but inside, yes.
Agent Genevieve is taking care of a New Zealand national. His mother has passed away, and the funeral is in 2 days' time. He has flown from New Zealand to Singapore to get on an urgent flight to India.
He's not able to go on a flight today because he doesn't have a visa to go to India. There's no way the ground handler is gonna take the risk and get a boarding pass for him.
I had to travel in such a hurry that I would attend funeral, but now it is difficult. It's leaving now. Actually, it's.
Do you have any business or employment visa? No. Can I take a look at your passport? I'm looking at his itinerary, his ICU hospitalization certificate, and also the death certificate. There's nothing much I can do now because all this is actually all up to the India immigration.
Although I'm actually originally from India, born in India. Yeah.
Now that you need a visa.
Genevieve hasn't given up.
Let me see if India has transit visa, so that you just look like you are transiting in India instead of staying over there.
Oh, okay.
He looks really calm. He looks like he's handling this situation really well, but then I can feel that he's really going through a lot of turmoil inside.
I mean, it's It's not, I'm not distressed, I am, but I'm helpless. So that is the case here.
Hi, I'm sorry, sir. From the internet, it says that it takes about 3 to 5 days for the process. Yeah. So transit visa is not applicable in this case.
Genevieve has one last piece of information for him. It will give him a chance.
One option is you wait till tomorrow, you head down to India Embassy and apply for the emergency visa.
Okay.
Yeah, just let me write it.
Thank you for your help, ma'am.
I'm so sorry about this.
Changi Airport is building a new terminal for 16 million new passengers. Tonight is the night that the Terminal 4 team have to erect a 200-ton airport bridge over one of the roads that carries passengers to Changi's terminals.
Very stressful because we have a timeline for this lift. We are only given certain hours to close this route.
They need to close 4 lanes in one direction to lift the concrete girders into place. These 2 100-ton blocks will arrive shortly. It's 2 o'clock in the morning. Quiet time. The enemy of the operation is tailback on the live road. Too much and passengers won't make their flight, so the operation will be called off.
We have sleepless nights because this project is a very tight schedule, 25 months, and a very big project sum of 1 billion.
No, we didn't even do this. We didn't even do this, right?
If there's any disruption, we have to pull off the whole operation, and that involves a lot of manpower. We will lose face if we fail to deliver.
They will also lose money.
We are going to run into a couple of $100,000 of loss if everything were to fail.
Now the beams have arrived before the scheduled road closure. The team's sudden start ahead of schedule is under more pressure because, as feared, there is instant gridlock.
Basically, other than the traffic itself, there's also the taxi queues that is coming in for the passengers.
But it's hard to move fast and safely with 100 tons of concrete.
Any swinging or booming in a correct, improper position will actually jeopardize the whole lifting operation.
Time to lift. For speed, this team is doing a tandem lift, using 2 750-ton cranes to get these concrete girders in place in such a tiny window. A missing person has been reported in Terminal 3. Somebody's granny has vanished into thin air. Her relatives have reported to Agent Alicia that she boarded the flight which has arrived, and there is one unclaimed suitcase on the belt.
You saw this passenger already? The relatives, I think the daughter is waiting outside, but
I don't see.
Yeah. She arrived at B2. If she approached us, let me know.
The passenger has been missing for 2 hours. If Alicia can't find her, the police will have to get involved.
The passenger's bag is still at the carousel in arrival. So, with 2 confirmations of the immigration and the bag, 100% or 90% the passenger is still in transit. I'm going down now to check to find the daughter. Okay, thank you. Bye.
As the night draws to a close, the Terminal 4 team have kept the airport bridge operation on track. By doing a tandem lift, using 2 massive cranes to get the giant girders into place fast, they have combated too much queuing traffic and are about to complete. Nothing is going to stop Leslie from making memories.
Do you feel slightly emotional about it or not?
No, you shouldn't get emotional with work. No!
Come on.
Agent Alicia has been looking for a missing grandma for over 2 hours and was about to inform the police. But the relatives have news.
The itinerary is supposed to be SQ833.
Okay.
And then we found out there's also another updated itinerary.
As in updated itinerary, as in?
She's supposed to go on SQ835 instead.
After 2 hours of searching, the information turns out to be wrong. Grandma is on a later flight, and the suitcase belongs to someone else.
奶奶，我们找你好辛苦哦。
我就是不懂啊，我们这真是不一样。
你的孙女搞错一个，他们以为是找的班机，本来是在现在是在这里。给啊，幸会啊，因为刚才我们1个小时在找你哦，找不到你很担心哦，现在可以找你，我们很多都是老人。OK 的 OK 啊，慢走啊，慢走 ，Thank you welcome。
Breakfast is decision time for the stranded and now bonded for life.
Yeah, cool, man. Take it easy. Catch you after.
All the best. Probably, well, shoot out there.
Bali Airport is still closed. It looks like Jakarta is on.
Epic. So that means one step closer to Bali. Can't fault that, can you? Actually, some positive news.
Yeah.
Yes. Cheers, thanks. Sweet. Let's get a groove on. No way.
Back on the road at last.
Gotta keep it fresh.
This holiday season, Changi Airport is being invaded. Star Wars has come to town. Overnight, Terminal 3 has been transformed. Changi's event teams have been out in force.
My favorite character is R2-D2, Darth Vader, Obi-Wan, Han Solo, Chewbacca. He's the biggest fan. We're going to the event, and after that we don't have plans, so we're really here for that.
It's a chance for Changi to spread the Christmas magic and give its beloved passengers a Star Wars experience before the film's release. And the airport gets a little limelight too.
When my son met the stormtrooper, he really loved it. He really needed to touch them by his hand.
You always see them in movies and read them in comic books, or you collect them as collectibles. To see it life size is just, I have really no words to describe how I feel actually as a fan of Star Wars.
If you can't beat them, join them. Horticulture are decorating the tree with some Star Wars plush toys.
There are exposed areas that we need to cover up.
They are filling the tree's holes with them. But the team are unsure about the colors against the green.
This year the color you see brown, green, black.
What?
Really do stand out with the three colors.
We will make it stand out.
Yeah.
We have to make it stand out. We're going to add in more of the gold. Hopefully that will bring out the color.
It's had a shaky start, but as the centerpiece for Terminal 2, Selvi is under pressure to make sure this tree has the wow factor. Bali Airport is now open. But the disruption is not over. After 48 hours of closure, flights are overbooked and Changi's agents are picking up the pieces.
The gate number is F54 and the gate opens at 5:20.
This passenger has spent 3 days of her 7-day holiday in Singapore trying to get to Bali. She can't get a ticket.
It was 7 days, but it's only 5 days. If I don't fly today, it will be 3 days or 4 days.
Where did you originally come from?
From Germany.
She's a long way from home for a short vacation, and it's been impossible to reach the airline on the phone.
I cannot fly.
How many days have you been waiting?
3 days today.
I believe there's a lot of passengers on the same flight that's facing the same problem. So they might be having a lot of calls also from other information counter, I believe.
I paid a lot of money there. I booked the hotel, everything. I cannot stay there. It's my vacation. Oh my God.
This passenger has only 4 days left of her holiday, and it looks like she's facing yet another day's wait in Singapore. Who will win $1 million?
I'm voting for my auntie to win.
Will this passenger salvage the rest of her holiday?
Oh my God.
And will it rain again in Terminal 1? In Terminal 1, the Changi peak season mayhem continues. Someone is about to get very rich. Happy shoppers that spend over $30 in the airport's malls get a chance to enter its legendary annual grand draw, Changi Millionaire.
如果你打奖100万，我们打电话给你。好，谢谢。
7 lucky passengers have won a place in this year's final. One of them will be smiling all the way to the bank. The prize is 1 million Singapore dollars.
This is me.
Yes, I believe in luck or karma. When you do good to others, it'll fall back on you at a later stage.
These hopefuls are about to play a game of chance,
I'm just hoping for miracles to happen.
all part of the season's entertainment.
I've got my lucky Celtic fairy on for my mum, and I've got my lucky niece with me.
I think I've always believed in luck, but probably a bit more so now that we're in Singapore and everything's quite exciting.
I have a good feeling about today.
This passenger is not having a good time in Terminal 1. Her holiday has been ruined by a volcano, and she's been waiting for 3 days to get on a flight. Her airline have called to say she's booked on a flight to Kuala Lumpur, and she can get to Bali that way, but that flight too has been cancelled.
But they didn't inform you that the flight to, from KL to Bali is cancelled.
They told to the hotel, manager, she can come now.
It should be no problem. I can't promise you yet, but because we have early morning flight, Singapore Airlines, they're actually flying direct to Bali. So let me see whether we can check with the airline whether they can put you on the next flight or not. Yeah.
Agent Jasmine has been trying these swamped airline representatives for hours.
Can you just give her a flight from Singapore to Bali instead, like no transit flights, because she's already frustrated. Then you can just book there. Okay.
With only 4 days left of her holiday, this passenger is in danger of not having one.
I spoke to the reservations, and then she said she can book her to other flight by Garuda Airlines.
What did they say?
Garuda Airlines. From Garuda to Jakarta, Jakarta to Denpasar.
Even with her new flight, she now has a 12-hour journey with one stop to Bali. Agent Jasmine has managed to get her a 3-day holiday before going home.
Are you happy?
Yeah, I'm happy. I'm happy. I don't believe that before I enter the plane. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
I appreciate it.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Care.
Okay, bye-bye.
Six contestants are about to try and win $1 million. Karis has travelled from the United Kingdom with her aunt Linda.
I'm voting for my auntie to win. Come on, Linda.
3, 2, 1.
Okay, that's it. No more thing.
5, 10, 9.
They are playing knockout. In this game, they have to know how much things weigh.
We packed for the trip, but we had a bit of an issue with weight. So hopefully this time around it will go okay.
Most of the contestants are struggling with this one.
This is the end of the journey for you.
Time for some to step down from the stage.
Unfortunately, I underestimate the weight of the books and the weight of the luggage.
Karis's Aunt Linda is through to the next round. Horticulture's Christmas tree in Terminal 2 is finished. Selvi's boss, Ashraf, has come to check it.
It's wonderful. After we've set it up, you decorate, you go and patch up the holes and all that, it looks just fine. Right? No, I'm just so amazed that every year we bring the tree and then we are able to make something different out of it. You know? And this year with the Star Wars plush toy, right, it's just such a fun mix. Isn't it? It's fun. Some of those plush toys look like they are picking out of the tree. You know? You can hold this and take a picture. You want to stand together and take for you? Okay?
Ashraf is happy. Perseverance has paid off. This year's tree is bigger, brighter, and better.
It's just so wonderful. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Back in Terminal 3, more contestants have been knocked out.
When I got onto the final four, I already got it, but it's all by luck.
And Linda is in the final with another Brit, Tracy. Loyal family members are at the front on opposing teams. They have to pick the matching boarding pass stub to win $1 million Singapore dollars.
Linda is going to try and fit this piece of boarding pass. Does it fit? Does it fit? Almost Cinderella. Number 4. Please. Number 4. Please stand right here, Tracy. Here is your boarding pass stub.
How does it feel in your hands right now? But it's already very easy given the prize is $1 million.
The little corner, the tricky corner again.
This is really tough.
Linda has handed over to niece Karis to pick a number.
2, 3, 5, 7.
I think maybe 3, but I don't want her blaming me if it doesn't work.
She feels like it's gonna be 3.
She would get a major treat, perhaps a holiday, if it is really 3. All right, fingers crossed.
Number
3.
3.
Here we go. Boarding pass stub number 3.
Get ready. Is it the correct fit? Is it going to?
I'm like actually shaking. I can't even take it in. You know when you're just so shocked? I'm just totally shocked. And I've got to send a photo now to the family to be like, oh my God. This feels amazing. It's incredible. Woo! I'm so excited. I can't believe it. I love Singapore. Thank you.
Suresh from the mechanical engineering team is also hoping to be victorious. The kinetic rain has been out of action for 2 days, 3 hours and 47 minutes.
If it doesn't work, really, I'm going to cry, man.
It's the moment of truth. The kinetic rain sculpture is in sync again.
Finally, Changi rains again.
Suresh has done his job. 1,216 magic drops are once again working together. And all is as it should be at Changi.